Recently we got the SMG4 episode Mario and the God Box, and oh man, there were some insane lore drops in this episode. This episode, we got some more insights regarding Melony's deity training, some more in-looks on SMG3's character, and of course the highlights of the episode, the God Box. And so that's what we're going to be covering in today's theory. Make sure to like and subscribe. Enjoy the video. Firstly, let's talk about my previous theory on the Box Club. In that video, I hypothesized that the God Box was actually Zero, and the Box Club was a cult of Zero. However, in today's episode, it looks like that got counteracted, as we have now learned that the God Box is actually a real thing, and the contents that are inside of it could spell disaster for the whole world. Now, the thing that perplexes me the most is what exactly is inside the God Box. Now, previously I stated that the God Box was Zero himself. This time, I believe that Zero may be inside of the God Box, or rather, something regarding his past. I brought this up before, but now it's more prominent than ever. The logo on the God Box has a 0 in the center. However, last time I neglected to mention that it looks very similar to how the Wadfi 2021 logo is set up. Notice how both logos have the number 0 in the middle. I also want you to take a look at the color palette of how the God Box is set up. Now, this example is kind of a stretch, but the color palette is a little bit similar to Zero's. Now, this may be just how the design of the God Box is, so we can't really use it as a strong piece of evidence. Finally, the biggest piece of evidence of all is definitely how SMG1 and 2 both knew exactly what the God Box was. They were the only ones who knew about the God Box besides the Box Club leader. SMG1 described it perfectly, and even the Box Club leader recognized this. It feels like there is still some backstory we don't know about SMG1 and 2. Now, the reason SMG1 and 2 didn't specifically say that it was Zero was maybe because this isn't Zero after all. Maybe Zero isn't in the God Box. Maybe whatever was in the God Box was actually the one who killed Zero's avatar. In SMG4 The Other Universe, we know that Zero first arrived to their universe in a Guardian pod, but when Zero killed Sputnik, we get this line from SMG2.
Why? Why can't you understand? Clearly that's what happened to you!
This implies that SMG1 and 2 both knew of Zero before his arrival to their universe. I believe that SMG1 and 2 already know about Zero's backstory, and it will be them to administer it, perhaps when the God Box returns. Oh, you thought that was it? Yeah, the God Box is definitely coming up in a future arc episode. The reason for this is because they hyped it up, and the Box Club leader survived. They can't just hype up something like this and then not do it. Also, the banner on the SMG4 channel changed to the God Box. Yeah, that can't be good. Yeah, alright, yeah, anyway, alright, now it's time for a bonus theory. Y'all are in for a treat because you're getting 2 theories for the price of 1. I would like to spend this time to talk a little bit more about Niles. And I'm starting to believe more and more that he is Zero, so my previous theory on him still stands. Now that we know a little bit more about the God Box and the potential of what could be inside, the potential of Niles being Zero is getting more and more likely. First of all, Niles knew who SMG3 was. Niles knew exactly what SMG3's personality was like, despite never meeting him before. And it's not like this interaction could have taken place off screen, because this is technically the first time SMG3 has returned in a while, as implied due to how the cast reacted when SMG3 entered through the portal. Niles also knew about Axel and Melony's past relationship, despite Melony not talking to him about it. Now, this interaction is more likely to take place off screen, but Niles already had knowledge of Melony before even meeting her. That's why he offered to train her deity powers. Finally, let's talk about a hole in these 2 theories. How come Niles didn't mention anything about the God Box? If the God Box has something to do with Zero's past and Niles is hypothetically Zero, how come he didn't react to the God Box scenes? The reason is because he doesn't want to ruin his cover. In order for his plan to capture Mario to successfully work, he needs to take it slow and steady. If Niles reacted to the God Box, it would definitely spring up questions among the main cast. And if you're wondering why we specifically as the audience didn't see him react to it and nobody else did, was because it would give their answer away prematurely. They don't want to drop a big hint like Niles reacting to the God Box because it would turn these speculation theories into less and less of theorizing, but more of anticipation of what's to come. They want to make it a big reveal when we get the answer as to who Niles is. They can't just drop a big hint like that. It would effectively be a spoiler. Thank you for watching, and check out my SMG3 theory.